My mum's got this phone case. Well, she copied me. I'm fuming about it.
But I put my finger to it
What
because
you got
it's like
now?
an anti-theft device. I got one of these that can go around my neck so I don't lose my phone anymore.
Are you scared? Oh, so you don't lose it?
Yeah, it's also good not getting your phone pinched, but it's also good
Yeah.
because when I go to the toilet, I can keep watching TikToks. I just hang it off the door handle, but it goes upside down for a bit.
And
That's
it's
pretty
really
good.
important that you can always be watching TikTok.
You can buy a ring
Essentially.
with a button that's Bluetooth, which makes you scroll the TikTok.
That'd be amazing when I'm doing the dishes, or maybe I'd break the button.
No, yeah, that get wet.
It's like you've just dropped in on 3 old friends. That's right. Welcome to today's episode of Got a Problem, Mate, the podcast and video vodcast.
Podcast.
My name's Joey Page. I'm very much in charge. My name is above the door as the proprietor of this podcast. This is Bilal. He sort of comes in and does the drinks every now and again.
Does the drinks?
Yes.
How are you doing?
I'm all right. Yeah.
How's your protein?
I'm still gunning it.
We're doing an 8-week. We got a personal trainer.
Doing an 8-week challenge.
We're doing a challenge against each other for 8 weeks where we eat really lots of protein and do these exercises.
Work out,
All right.
and then get massive muscles.
I did protein shake on my way here.
Did you?
Yeah.
How much protein in there then?
Just to scoop at the chocolate flavour.
Yeah.
Don't know what it was.
I'm on double scoops.
You're on double scoop, yeah?
That's the only way I can hit my protein goals.
It's hard hitting the Yours is higher than mine though.
Yeah, because I'm bigger than
Because you weigh so much more.
I'm a big old boy.
Yeah, because you weigh too much.
I'm a big lad.
Mine's 138 grams of protein.
What did you guys weigh? I weighed myself yesterday.
Yeah, I weigh 10 stone 8 now.
Well, do you know what? This is horrible. Now I only know it in kilograms because that's how Stuart Laws programs this thing.
Right.
What has he got? Stuart Laws, formerly of this podcast.
Oh yeah.
What's this regime he's got you on?
I have a weigh-in before breakfast.
I weigh 67 kilograms.
Get me ready for the Grand National. As a horse. He is the jockey.
Go on then, tell us. What's he got set up for you?
Oh, I just never really weigh myself. Like the only time I ever weigh myself is when I'm doing the maths for a suitcase.
Yeah.
For how heavy my suitcase is, but then I usually use the toe of God in the airport anyway. So
you're weighing yourself and the suitcase?
Yeah, do you do that? And then you subtract your weight from the suitcase and work out if your suitcase is too heavy or not.
Well, can't you just put the suitcase on it?
Why are you weighing yourself and the suitcase?
You're holding the suitcase and getting on the scales.
They're not checking your weight at the airport. Oh, this is going to be a good episode, man. We haven't even introduced you yet.
Yeah.
I'll go first because this is my friend.
I just wanted to know what I weighed
This is
about
my
a suitcase. That's what I'm trying to say.
This is the most insane way of weighing a suitcase of all time. But we'll cut this into a reel. If you want to know an amazing suitcase weighing hack that never goes wrong at the airport ever, listen to this.
But then I have to use the toe of God the whole time. You know, when you stick your foot under the scales and lift it up slightly so that your suitcase is underweight.
What are you talking about?
It's toe of God.
The toe of God.
Where'd you learn that? Did you make that up?
No, my brother-in-law taught to me because he was travelled with bands for years and they always weighed over the limit. So he'd always wear steel toe cap boot. It's a song. And he'd jam it and then lift up the edge of the scale and you can get it to a lesser weight. What's the worst that could happen?
How can you get stuff into the Ryanair tiny little holder though? How can you cheat that?
Do you stand in that?
bend the bar open with your steel toe cap
bum first and my legs sticking up. Yeah. Actually, the other day I overpacked my bag so much that when I jammed under the chair, I accidentally pulled out the life jacket.
Okay.
Nice. Is that going with you?
Just inflated it right there and then. I've always wanted. That's every time I go on a plane, all I want to see is them accidentally inflate it during the demonstration.
Oh, yeah. Did you pay attention during the demonstration?
Yes.
I don't.
Little whistle. That's my impression.
That's good, man. Yeah. Today's guest, everyone.
So sorry.
I'm very happy to have someone I wanted on the podcast for a long time.
Oh, he's always prattling on about
a good friend of mine. A guest I booked, proper guest, not like Joey's guests. Knuckle draggers, mouth breathers. What else?
Just generally poor people with a bad reputation.
Yeah, we've had some poor quality Joey Page guests.
Yeah.
Today's guest...
Some of them have even been in prison.
Oh, yeah. I met over Twitch in lockdown. That will mean a lot to some of you and nothing to a lot of you as well. She's also an excellent comedian and does very good videos about Shetland. That's a clue. I mean, she's been talking for the whole thing. It's not really. No, it's not your fault.
Okay.
winner of. I saw that you were nominated for loads of awards and that.
Always nominated, never winner.
I'm sorry.
That's my. I'm a good runner-upper. One day.
One day.
Don't need it.
No.
You don't really need it.
No.
You do those videos about Shetland and stuff that go very viral.
Yeah, I really should make more of those.
Yeah. You don't live there now.
Is this still part of your...
MarjoleinRobertson, everybody. Sorry. It's
sorry,
hard to focus.
I keep interrupting. I'm sorry.
I think we both... Yourself has ADHD, yourself has. And we definitely do.
I mean, I've actually had it certified now, which is interesting because my dad said it's not real. And he said that recently.
I bet you 10 out he has it too.
Oh.
Do you think he has it?
I don't know. I would say no.
There's two ways that parents or like adults have coped with it. One when they're just scatty, the other one they're like they follow a regime every single day. Because then
my dad has Weetabix every.
Yeah, that's ADHD.
That's the first question.
Sorry, Big Mick, you've got the big 4 letters that you didn't want to hear about. That's ADH. What I forgot.
Do you want to?
You know when you have a joke that always gets a giggle, but inside you die. That's my one.
Do you want to do an intro for our guest?
Do I need to?
Well, you don't have
to. That's how the podcast works.
Usually.
Okay. I want to know what you're going to say about me.
Okay, so on today's show, we've got a guest star. I'm going to be honest. Bilal has been talking about for a very long time about getting on the podcast. I think he's borderline obsessed with her, as he is with all the people that he met on Twitch during lockdown, and I'm sick of hearing about it.
Great community.
However, I watched some of her videos online, and let me tell you, she's very funny. And to boot, she has brought in one of the best shirts we've ever had on the podcast. Yeah. She's done her first ever tour recently. Still on it. You've got one date in June.
That's my second tour.
Oh, second. Okay. Yeah. Well, I haven't done my research properly. It's MarjoleinRobertson. Oh, fuck, I was so worried I was going to fucking name it. MarjoleinRobertson. Fucking hell. Robertson. Fucking
welcome.
Hell.
Hey. We're getting demonetized.
Be kind to yourself. One day I'd like to be a one-name comedian just because I think Robertson trips more people up because they spend so long on the Marjolien that they're like,
MarjoleinRobertson.
Rob.
You could be a one-name comedian. Is anyone else called Marjolien?
I don't think so.
There you go.
I don't think there's another comedian called Marjolien.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Welcome to the podcast.
Yeah.
So I've got like the opposite problem to you. I've got the shortest name and I've had to add a showbiz Y. Because my name is just Joe Page.
His actual name is Joe.
Dull.
Joe Page.
Joe Page.
Not
no
Joseph.
Yeah.
Joe.
Not even Joseph.
Like he's a cartoon character.
Like J, Homer J. Simpson.
Yeah,
what does the J stand for?
Did they ever say?
J.
It's J.
Oh, it's J.
Yeah.
It's a good joke.
Me and my brother and sister have all only got 7 letters in our names, probably because my dad's got ADHD and he couldn't focus long enough to do a longer name for any of us.
I've got 9 letters in just my first name.
I know, mad, isn't it?
It's like exams. I'd get really stressed because everyone would be answering question number 1. I'd still be writing my name in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
Well, welcome to the show. And what a shirt. Let's start there.
Do you want to know a secret about this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's part of the, I think I missed it, the
Pajamas.
tarot, excuse
Sorry.
Part of the tarot exhibition going on in London right now.
Oh, is there?
But I
You
got
like
this
that?
shirt.
No, but Rebecca.
I got my cards on me. I got this shirt in TK Maxx for a fraction of the cost.
Yeah.
But it's part of the British Museum exhibition. So this should have been expensive.
Right.
I should have bought 2.
Yeah.
Did you do that?
2 of the same?
Yeah. When I like something, I buy lots of the same one so I can just wear it every day.
But what if you
Like
end up not
Doug
liking
Funny.
it?
Who's Doug Funny?
From, what is that cartoon? Is he just called Doug?
The cartoon Doug?
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Oh, the blue skin Doug.
No.
His friend has got blue skin.
What colour skin is Doug?
Doug's like
Green?
Joey Page's colour, I think.
Why did I think he was also...
I think his mate is blue.
Yeah, and they're just like teenagers hanging around and...
Yeah. But
Yeah.
he just wore like a white shirt and a
That's
green
all.
vest. And
Right.
I know that's all cartoons, but there was that episode where they went to his wardrobe and it was all
That's a
loads
good
of them
joke.
hung up.
Oh, that is.
Yeah.
Mm. Well, it's
That
like
is-
Simon Cowell always wears the same thing. He looks great, by the way.
Let's
We have a feature called Vet the Guest, Marjolien, where I have 6 questions for you. It's like a personality test. Please be honest, because Joey did a...
Sorry, just before you start, can I just check something in case I need to restructure the whole episode on the fly? Okay. Did you say you got tarot cards with you?
Yes.
Will you do a reading on the show?
It's never as entertaining as you think it'll be, although I shouldn't have said that because I want to start a podcast where I just do people's tarot cards. So it's really entertaining.
Well, pilot it here.
Okay.
Do you want to do like a quick?
I can do a quick, like what helps hinders yet to be revealed or something.
Yeah, great. Let's do that in a bit.
Okay.
Okay, 6
That's
questions.
still to come, listeners, watchers.
Question number 1. What do you waste your money on?
That's a great question.
What do I waste my money on? I don't really like shopping.
Doesn't have to be.
Can be snacks.
Cheese.
Cheese.
Haircuts.
No, I cut my own hair this morning.
Oh, did you? Looks great.
Thank you. It's tied up, but I get stressed by the idea of paying someone else to do something.
It's expensive.
It's quite expensive.
It's a lot of questions, a lot of talking, a lot of noises.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
And they'll ask you what you do for a living.
I actually wrote a bit about that.
Yeah, it's awful.
Where it's like they ask you what you do for a living, and I say, "I'm a stand-up comedian." And they're like, "I'll tell you who I like," and then they say like Billy Connolly, Jimmy Carr, and like 3 of like the biggest names in comedy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and that's why I don't get my hair cut. It's like I don't go in there and go, "Oh, do you know I like Vidal Sassoon?" Vidal Sassoon and Sweeney Todd. They're my favourites.
It's very good.
I should do that. I'll do it tonight.
Okay. Do you have anything you waste money on that you think?
I like plants.
Okay.
And I buy a lot of outdoor plants for my garden in Shetland. So whenever I go home, I invest a lot. I go to a local garden centre, buy a lot of plants. And sometimes I take my cousin with me, and my cousin says, "Stop buying the plants, Marjolien." And I make my cousin sit in the car and then try and tell him not to look while I put all the plants in the car.
Yeah.
And then I go home and I plant them in the garden, and then I leave.
And
so I don't even get to see them.
How close is the garden centre to your, tell the truth? How far is it from your home?
That's a very doxing question because there's only one garden centre in Shetland.
Okay, I didn't know, right?
Yeah.
But I remember you telling me that to get a Chinese takeaway, you had to get.
I have to drive to town, or drive all the way into town. So by the time you come home, it's cold again. So when you get a Chinese takeaway, you put the oven on, you go pick it up, and then you take it home and cook it again, then eat it.
I made such a weird noise into the microphone because I was so excited because we're on this like fitness diet thing. One of the things I can't have is a Chinese, and now all I want to do is talk about Chinese. So can you please tell me what your order is?
You know that battered Hong Kong sticky chicken?
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
With duck pancake rolls.
Yeah.
Also the shredded beef as well.
Yeah, that's my favourite.
Egg fried rice.
Yeah. That's
what you have in soft drink?
Do you know what? I don't normally drink fizzy juice, but to get through it, so I can trick my body into eating as much as possible, and then you kind of rift, and then you eat more.
Yeah.
Rift is a Shetland word for burp.
Right.
Then I'd have a Coca-Cola.
Right.
Rift is a good word.
Yeah, so a rift is so you drink a lot of juice, you eat a lot of food, and you're like, I'm too full, and then you burp, and then you can keep going again.
Oh, we should do that with our protein intake.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you a fan of seafood?
I used to eat mussels weekly, and I used to go down to the beach, and I used to just because I live by the sea in Shetland, I used to just gather it and eat it raw.
Right.
And then one day I got horribly sick, and I've been allergic ever since.
Oh, no.
What?
Because I was going to say kung po king prawn. That's the one.
I could eat it, and then I'd see it again.
Yeah, right. Seafood.
Question number 2.
A proper joke from a proper comedian.
Sorry, that was really good.
Thank you.
But yeah,
no,
really I would love to try it because I used to love it, and I was so convinced I was allergic. My brother dared me to eat an entire bowl of mussels at a Shetland food festival, see if I was truly allergic or not, and it was hellish.
Question 2. Do you have lava lamp?
No, but I've got a Himalayan salt lamp, and I've licked it many times.
Yeah, delicious.
I didn't know that was a thing.
What it
tastes? Cats don't like them. They're bad
tastes
for cats.
salt.
Taste of salt.
Yeah,
it's really good.
Okay,
but when the bulb goes, it's a nightmare
answer.
to change. And also, when I leave my house for long periods of time in Shetland, I have to put them in the shower because they start to melt. So all my Himalayan salt lamps are just very smooth.
Why do they melt? Sorry,
they get because they're left in a cold house. They get all condensation-y and start to sweat.
Didn't they say they have magic powers or something?
Also, mine once attracted worms.
Worms.
So like, it's good because my house in Shetland now, I have friends living it because I hate the idea of leaving a house empty. That feels really like just someone needs the house. So friends are in it now. But when I left it the last time, a bird flew in my my chimney, died in my fireplace, and then it must have had worms. Because
oh no.
What happened? You could see it from it's like an excavation. You could see the trail of mess. They like left the bird. The vent on the chimney was open on the fireplace. So they crawled out the fireplace. They all seemed to like gather around the Himalayan salt lamp, and they must have fed on the salt, which gave them power to then travel through the house. So he came home, and it was the most horrible thing I've ever seen on such a small scale.
Told you this would be a good game.
I wonder if the guest is going to last the whole episode.
That came from Do You Have Lava Lamp?
No, about house worms.
Yeah, clip up, Kay, so there.
Question 3.
Get that all into one reel.
Question 3. We'll speed it up. We'll put it on.
No,
Okay, I want one answer.
Question 3. No, you don't have to. What would be your song choice if you were in the X Factor finale?
That's a great question.
Good question, isn't it? It's just let the guest, man.
Paradise by the Dashboard Light.
Okay.
That Meatloaf duet.
Yeah. But you got to sing all of it, right?
Oh yeah, that's a terrible choice.
No, but you could do it and then you could turn and do the other and then turn back.
Oh, like the Tommy Cooper routine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you see the bit when they get off with each other. It's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
I think
good.
that was not a good answer, but
that's all right.
I don't think I'll get to the final.
No, you should have more confidence.
Yeah, you
is
could
it
get
still
to the
on
final.
telly?
No.
No.
Yeah. No?
No, it went. They
Why,
just
is
do
it
American Idol. No,
Britain's Got Talent.
Britain's Got Talent.
What would you
and
sing on
American's
the
Got
final?
Talent.
As far as I'd probably want to sing.
I wouldn't be on it. Like I'm scared of singing in front of people, so I wouldn't be on it.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that
This is an alternate reality. You would be in it, and you would get to the final, Marjolien.
Okay.
Okay, then I'll sing
I'll do
happening.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, that's a good choice. Can I change my choice?
The whole thing. Okay.
I'd probably just sing Rain and Blood by Slayer.
I don't know that one.
Exactly. I'd like more people to learn the song.
But it needs to be quite mainstream. You need all the idiots to vote. You know? People who watch.
It's a very popular metal song. Rain and Blood.
And I don't
From
think
a
that, I don't think that a program that's no longer on TV is cornering the metal market.
Okay, fine.
It'd be like when Lordi won Eurovision. No one was expecting it
That
and everyone
is-
loved it.
That's a very good point. Question 4. Ever seen a badger?
Yes!
Where?
I saw one the other day.
Where?
In London. Honestly, London is full of magic if you wander around at funny
night.
hours. Yeah, which is probably not something I should advocate. But I just seen one hobbling in
If
boots.
you are going to do it, take a cosh with you.
But then I saw one in a play park in Edinburgh recently as well. I was like, no way. And there's these 2 teenagers there. And I was like, look over there, there's a badger. And then they looked for ages and didn't reappear again. And they looked at me and I just had to walk away because I'm in me seem
Mad
really
lady.
creepy.
Can I tell you about something that happened to me in Edinburgh? In my more promiscuous days, I was on a sort of like date with I was on like after I'd done my show, I was on like a bit of a like night date, like late night date with this girl, and we went for a walk in the woods near where I was staying, and it was like we'd like had a can of beer each, and we were just like having a chat, and then it got quite terrifying because we were being stalked by some creature. It was like just kept coming along behind us. I kept trying to see what it was, and it sounded big. I thought it was like some sort of feral hog. It's quite terrifying for me.
It's probably a badger, man. They're quite chunky little guys, right?
Yeah, they're big.
I saw one in
I wonder
Hastings.
what that was. It could have been.
It was, like the little
Really
leaf
demonic.
waterways bit.
Yeah.
Like that. It was down there.
But-
It was something crunching around.
It's like a human crawling around at
Might
you.
have
That's
been.
even scarier.
Yeah.
I seen a dead badger by the road the other day and I wanted to stop to collect its skull. But I was on the motorway, so I don't think you legally are allowed to just stop on the motorway to pick up roadkill.
I don't know.
I think only if you're going to eat it is it illegal. I think.
But I don't know if I'm allowed to pause my car on a motorway.
I mean, people
Pause
do
your
it to
car.
have a what side of the road was the skull?
It was the side I was driving along.
But was it on the fast
It
lane
was
or
still
on the other
a
side?
fully fleshy body. So
But-
I'd have to bury it somewhere to wait for the worms to eat it to get the skull. But I don't know where I can bury it in London that other people won't dig
I'd
up
leave
first.
it. I'd leave it if I was you.
I wouldn't. How long? What's the process? How long would you have to bury this for?
I don't know because I've only ever done it with like birds' heads and there's not much flesh going on there.
And how long does that take?
I buried a puffin head for like...
Jesus.
I found it dead. I wouldn't kill a puffin.
No.
I thought they were extinct. Oh no, that's toucans. Is it?
No, toucans are good. I swear to God.
Dodo.
I swear to God I seen
Did
a
it with the
toucan
last
in London.
dodo.
I swear to God I saw a toucan in London. Because I know my birds roughly, and there's a toucan just sitting there.
Should I tell you a joke?
Yeah.
Two can play at that game.
That's not a joke. You've got to do a setup. That's just a punchline. You've done a punchline, Bilal.
All right, hold on.
No, what you got to do?
Did you see a toucan? So did I. A toucan play at that game.
No.
Right.
All right, what you want to do is,
All right,
right, you
go
want to
on.
be like,
He's been doing it longer, comedy.
you want to be like, oh, it's funny. Actually, once I remember there was some kids that were playing football, and then
Yeah.
this bird swooped in and it stole the ball, and it turned out it was a toucan played that game.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
that's really good.
I just said
That's really
I
good.
was watching some birds. Turned out the bird was watching me. Toucan play at that game.
Yeah,
That's fantastic,
That work?
man.
it does work.
Okay.
Maybe we should all try it.
Oh,
We
I
are
want
all
to
trying
do
it. We're failing. 3 comedians on a podcast not being able to tell a joke.
I can't do puns.
You actually did pretty well compared
Puns
to us
is
two.
tricky.
I don't know how they do it.
Nice flat white.
Lovely. Question number 5. If you were a career criminal, what would be your thing?
Lovely question.
Not the one you do now.
If I was a career criminal, I mean, I accidentally almost started my own NFT business in lockdown, but I just feel like that's such a hollow one.
Mm.
I'd want to do something where you actually
That
like,
doesn't make you criminal though, does it?
Oh.
NFTs?
that's cool. That's good to know. I mean, they weren't actually connected to anything. They were like fake NFTs. And then it was on Twitch, and then my audience were like, Marjolien, this is illegal. So I started doing it.
idiots.
But
It's not illegal.
I don't know. It's just going to sell pictures and say they were NFTs. But that's what they are, right?
It's a lot
So
of
coding?
changed since then. They're all lost their value. The cheapest one is still like 600 quid. I wanted to get one for like £2 for a laugh.
Should we have all invested in them? Did we make a mistake?
No, I
Yeah.
don't think we have made any mistakes.
Yeah, no, I think we're okay
I
with
think
that.
we're doing okay.
I
Final-
think if I was going to have an illegal business,
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of one I could actually do in Shetland, where I'd have like a secret weed farm. Then I'd get like people who are woofing, like hostile people, to come and work on it. But then I'd get them to travel around to parties and sell it for me.
That's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
And then what if you find out there's like a rival people selling it? Then you have to send a message.
I seduce whoever's in charge of that operation. But then I throw them off a cliff.
Oh,
No, or you feed them loads of seafood raw until they get really sick.
Yeah.
that's quite good because you can't prove that they were thrown
Or
off the cliff.
you confront them, this other rival, and then they say, well, you were doing it. Two can play that game.
I think I'd probably start something where I sell meat and I pretend it's like rare meat. You know how they keep saying celebrities?
Puffin meat.
Well, you know people keep talking about eating unicorns and mermaids right now.
Are
No.
they?
What?
Where?
Weird stuff
No.
goes on
On
this
TikTok.
Twitch, man.
I'm down a few rabbit holes, and it's about like elite parties, and they used to say they ate children, and they said they ate mermaids. Now they say they eat unicorns, and they just keep changing what they're eating.
And in the old days, it used to be pineapples.
So I think I would just like sell like different meats and be like, oh yeah, that's unicorn
And
meat.
what would you, if you could make one up? And what else would be a rare thing other than mermaids?
Selling
unicorns?
eel and saying it's Medusa's hair.
Oh, that's nice.
And then saying it has got the same kind of stony qualities to paralyze your skin, like having Botox but from the inside in a natural way.
You could start that. as
Yeah,
a
we
thing.
could just start that. We should delete this and start
People would
it.
eat that up.
Oh, we're
literally. Question number 6. What do you want to be? You know? What do you want to
Happy.
be? Why are you doing
Oh,
all this?
what an answer.
Oh, okay. That's quite sweet.
Yeah.
I want to be happy and content.
You don't want to be one of these comedians that puts out a book like What Happened to Santa Claus's Bum.
Oh, what? When
You
there's
seen all of
children
those?
books.
Yeah.
Like when they write a children's book. Just write a book for adults, you
Mm.
baby.
Yeah.
No, it's so easy to write a bairn's book.
Mm.
What would your book be called, Bilal, if you wrote a kid's book?
The bum that went missing at Christmas.
Like a homeless person or an actual
no,
bottom?
an actual buttocks.
Okay, and
That's
like
what they're all like.
I thought it was like a homeless person. It turned out he's playing Santi, and then it was like, we love him. And for the rest of the year, no one looks at him a second time.
That's quite sweet. Why? What would yours be?
The game of playing toucan.
That's very good.
The game playing toucan.
Yeah, he's got 3 girlfriends.
And the last...
they don't know about each other.
Well, that's a lovely answer that you
that
gave.
lipstick on your beak.
Or you just pleased to beak me. I don't think that's.
I would like, I just want to be happy. I don't need a lot.
Does that mean you're not happy currently?
Ah.
That's true. I like to think of life like Miley Cyrus's The Climb.
Is that the one with the record? Oh, that's Wrecking Ball.
The opposite song. That's everything's bad. The Climb is that it's not about being at the top of the mountain. It's about the journey to get there. So you should just take happiness in everything you're doing, because if you're thinking you'll only be happy when you achieve a certain goal or make a certain amount of money, I mean, you might never make that. And even if you do, you'll find out that that was just a hollow feeling of just a goal you set yourself. It's not what actually makes you happy. So I just want to find happiness in the everyday.
That's really sweet. We're going to cut that out, but we're going to keep the bit about the skull. Congratulations, Marjolien. You did brilliantly. You scored 8,300 points on Vet the Guest. That's very high. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us.
And thank you for being our first ever guest from the Shetland Islands. As
And
I'm sure
last,
you are,
right?
Most things you do, people say that to you. Like
They don't say it like that.
I've never met a Shetlander.
Have you not?
No, well, not knowingly.
Yeah, because we get everywhere.
Oh,
like
what?
Everywhere. I drove to New Zealand and I saw just Shetland flag hanging out of a house.
What does the Shetland flag look like?
Do you want to look it up?
It's like...
No, I'm not allowed to. Do you remember?
Oh, yeah, sorry.
What happened last time
Because
we
he
looked at
Googles
flags?
too much and then we get distracted.
I can describe it as a Nordic cross, so the cross like that,
Yeah.
but with the Scottish colours to celebrate our two ancestries of like
Oh, yeah.
Norse and Scottish.
I can see it. And that didn't detract from the podcast one jot. So...
I felt uncomfortable. What? No, I didn't.
All right. Am I right in thinking that you and I did a couple of previews together in London?
Yes.
And that, I believe that was the first time you'd performed in London. Was that right?
God, I think it was. And
yeah.
I thought I was doing 20 to 30 minutes. And I was on the phone to you and you're like, you're doing an hour.
You're great.
And then I was like, what? So I had to pull it out my arse.
Yeah.
But I had a fun time.
Lovely.
That was the first time we met, because the first time we met otherwise was when we were running through Rust and trying to climb up a cliff and you fell and died.
I fell off the cliff, yeah. That doesn't mean anything to you.
Is this one of your online games?
Yeah. Actually, I had a dream last
night.
night that I fell off a cliff and died.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if it's because I
died in the dream?
I die in my dreams. Do you ever die in your dreams?
I thought it was impossible to die in dreams.
I've died in my dream.
When you die in your dream, it's kind of like, for me, whenever I die in my dream, it's almost like a computer game style ending where I can then see my body and like float around. And
okay, that's quite nice.
It's almost like the Doom exit scene when you try and exit Doom and it's like, are you sure? And you're trying to exit before you get killed by the Kandarian demon. You're like,
Or it could say wasted across the screen like GTA, right?
Yeah. Brutality.
I actually know about that one.
Oh, nice one.
Yeah, nice.
Do you not play many games?
No. Only FIFA 2024.
That's a new one.
Newish.
That was an exciting time, Rust. I wasn't very good at it. We used to play this online game in our sort of Twitch community where you'd be a person in this world where you've got nothing and then you have to build stuff, basically.
A rock and a torch which runs out.
Yeah.
And then but you can end up having like technology.
And then a load of our community like fell out in real life over it.
It was pretty, but meanwhile, we were just doing silly things like making mushroom shops. And I don't know if you saw when me and 8 others traveled across the Rust map through the actual battles happening, but we're just being the fellowship, trying to get the ring to Mordor.
I walked around saying, what have we become for 2 hours or something? Because everyone was planning this big fight. Joey is absolutely losing it. Sorry, but it all means something to a lot of the people
We've bonded in
watching.
lockdown in a way that I think is not, what's it called?
I don't know.
Anxious attachment style at all.
Yeah, that's fine.
I think we all banded together because did we not meet on Twitch in lockdown?
Yeah, but probably was it doing something for this idiot?
I think it was screens though. It wasn't in game. It was like chatting.
Yeah.
I think I went on your stream.
Oh, did you come on my chat show?
No, you didn't have me on, but I think I watched it.
Oh,
I watched it.
I didn't have you on. Wow.
I don't think so.
Damn an indictment from.
Is it the violin that you play?
Yes.
You played that once and I did something. I ate a sandwich.
Was that on my 12-hour stream?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see everyone?
I
People
don't
pay
really
for
know what anything
Don't know where to
means
go
that's been
from
said
here.
in the last 5 minutes. But what I will say is, I have seen The Last of Us. Thank you.
I've not seen that yet. Is
Two
it
can
is
play
it
at
nice?
that game.
Oh.
Marilyn, did you bring a problem for us to solve?
My problem is that Bilal did not tell me to bring a problem.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, that is true, and that happens more than you imagine.
I have a
Watch
problem. I think you're aware of my problem. But I'll tell you my problem, and then you
Don't
guys
make
can
me
solve
guess,
it.
because
No, do you want this problem? I've got more problems, I suppose. Although that's like a sad way to look at life, isn't it? I have really bad periods.
Oh.
Well, a condition called adenomyosis.
Yeah.
So what happens is when the lining is being built onto my uterus, my lining can, not all the time, but overzealously stitch through the wall of the uterus and into the muscle. So to have a period is not just that, you have the little contractions that are normal, like the period pains to get rid of the lining. My muscles need to tear open, shed the lining, and then I can hemorrhage from the inside.
And you think you got it hard.
Yeah.
My wife has endometriosis, as you know.
Yes, because she came to the show.
Yeah, it was great. I forgot to mention. Lovely show. Are you getting it filmed?
I shouldn't I?
Right, yeah, sorry.
Originally, there was a plan potentially to film it, but we've not heard back from the production company. So.
Well, you should, because no one talks about this stuff. I didn't know what it was ever until my wife got it.
Yeah.
Right. One thing.
She catch it off you.
That's really offensive.
But it is
A lot of
true.
people suffer.
Everyone catches it off of Bilal.
One thing a present that I got her, which has helped with some of the pain, but obviously not solved, is
It's pink cocaine.
Pink cocaine.
What's
Have you heard
pink
of
cocaine?
that? It's like cocaine, but they have MDMA in it, and it's pink. No, sorry.
I wonder if
Don't
that
promote
would what is the line
No,
you're
it's
riding
not.
between being obnoxious and being friendly on that stuff?
Oh, it's very. Anyway, we wouldn't know. I got her off Amazon.co.uk a rechargeable hot water bottle. She'd have all these pain flare-ups all the time, of course. And in the middle of the night, I'd have to go and fill up a hot water bottle. And she insisted on her Moomin hot water bottle, which
Oh,
isn't
that's
even, the thing's breaking,
How old
right?
is she?
Yeah. Hot
old is
water
she?
bottles, by the
32.
way, need to be replaced like every 2 years.
Yeah, I know.
Old ones safe, new ones, they cause so many burdens because they break easily.
I read the thing about that.
Did you?
Loads
Yeah,
of women go
terrifying.
A&E, right? You plug it
What
in.
won't women find a problem with?
It takes 10 minutes to charge. I think it was like less than 30 quid. And it's really useful for her.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if if that would help at all. How do you manage it now?
It's not the pain for me. I've got a really, really high pain threshold. It's more the volume of blood I'm losing is the issue.
Yeah, because your show, you talk about what happened to you when you were younger,
Yeah.
where you could have died.
I would have been dead if my mum hadn't taken me to hospital.
Whoa.
The night
So
for my
what
English
happened?
exam. Well, the night for my English exam, and my period was going on for so long, but I was like a teenager. Didn't know what bad was because no one really talked about things. And everything was just like kind of embarrassing to talk about as well when I was younger. So I just didn't tell anyone. Then my mum was like, "You don't seem well." And I remember she asked to look at my inside of my eye because I think when that goes pale, you can be anemic.
Oh.
I don't know if that's like an old wives' tale or what, but she was like, the inside of my eye was just like as white as my eyeball. And she's like, "Oh, you are low in blood." And by the time she drove me to hospital, because she just thought she'd take me to hospital, they'll have a pill to slow the bleeding, and we'd go see the doctor after my exam. But as she was driving me to hospital, I remember I was finding it like harder to breathe. So I was in the car like, but what I didn't know is that's because I had so few red blood cells that the oxygen wasn't traveling around my body very well at that point. So I was like, when we got into hospital and they took my sample of my blood and they were like, "She has to stay in." And Mum was like, "No, she's got an exam tomorrow. I'll take her back after the exam." And they're like, "Oh, if she goes home now, she won't live through the night." Because of a period.
Wow.
Wild. So I was just going to see if you could cure that
Oh,
problem.
so
I've
what
got
have
a
you got?
question.
Yes.
Was the hospital near the Chinese?
There are so many Chinese restaurants in Shetland.
Just none.
Like for a
Oh,
population of 22,900, we've got like 1, 2, oh my gosh, I'll forget some, 3, 4, 5. I think we're about 8 Chinese restaurants or something.
Have you tried all of them?
There's one I haven't tried yet.
Oh.
I'd
something
watch
to
that.
do.
I'd watch that TikTok video.
Should we go around
Best
all
the worst.
Should we just go, do you
that's
want to
not
come to
nice,
Shetland
though.
and we'll go to all the Chinese restaurants in Shetland?
Can we
Yeah.
come and do gig there?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we'll go
Can we
to
do
every
that?
single Chinese restaurant.
Yeah, all
In
in
a
one
day.
night.
In a day.
Yeah.
And then we'll end up in the hospital. moments from death because all we've eaten
like,
is Chinese
blood.
food for like 4 days.
What have the when you've been to the doctor about it, what do they suggest? Because my wife's had a very difficult time with
Yeah, because I kept going to the doctor and they just kept being like, have you tried hormonal contraceptive? Because a hormonal contraceptive, if you have enough of it, enough of a high dosage of it, it'll just stop you from having periods because your body thinks it's pregnant. So their theory was that they stopped me from having periods because my body stopped, the cycle stopped, that I wouldn't bleed out, wouldn't die. But after like, I was on that altogether for maybe 14 years. And I was so sick of being on it because it affects your moods, it affects your weight, it affects your sex drive, it affects so many other aspects of your life. And also having ADHD, there's sometimes when I'd forget to take it and then it would mess up as well. And also the bleeding was coming back anyway, regardless. Like the last 2 years on it, the bleeding was so bad, I was like fainting and stuff. And but they still didn't want to look or investigate it. Even the bleeding was so bad I was fainting. They're still like, oh, just try these blood clotting pills.
Because men are in charge of the hospital and they don't want to look into these things.
That's really good.
Yeah, thank you.
It's true. And then my friend was like, I find out a little password into an NHS. And I was like, what is it? And she's like, tell them you're trying for a baby.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying for a baby. I didn't want to have a baby then. I just said to the doctor, after like 14 years of asking, can we find out why this happens to me? And they're like, no. If they can't, we'll just keep you on these blood clotters and hormonal contraceptive. And I was like, no, I don't want to be on it anymore because I want to have a baby. And then they're like, then let's find out why this happens to you. Just because they thought I was going to breed.
I apologise to all of the hard-working folks at the NHS because we've just got it on tape that you have been lied to.
I know, because that's the thing. I talked about that a lot on stage and I actually put in a clause which was like, I love the NHS. But this problem is just like because of the lack of funding, staff, but also lack of knowledge around the world. So that's why I come to you two with how do we cure it?
Right.
Joey makes these protein balls that have dates and peanut butter.
I honestly wouldn't be surprised if that helped.
Well, I can make some more.
Have you tried?
I love peanut butter.
The thing that people always suggest, like whenever, because I spend so much time looking on Reddit and stuff, you know.
For funny
yoga,
memes?
Say?
Well, people with these conditions talk about it, which is way better than
AI.
looking at NHS websites sometimes. Has yoga ever helped?
So I have a very specific diet where I won't eat the same stuff all the time.
Okay.
And like the thing is, what I didn't talk about in my show is that my periods have been quite good lately, but I am not stressed because I just don't care about things that much anymore.
Okay.
And I'm happier. And I eat the same thing every single day.
That was
like...
not very convincing. I don't care about things anymore and I'm happier.
What do you eat every day?
Every morning I wake up and I have a hot cup of cacao with almond milk. And then I have yogurt and blueberries and granola, granola, the high protein kind.
Nice.
And then I'll have later on peanut butter toast or like a poached egg and avocado on toast. And dinner might vary.
I don't know if the listeners or viewers picked up the noise from Joey's belly, but the timing of it today has been amazing.
Yeah.
Even his belly's good at stand-up.
Yeah.
I thought all my foods are like high dopamine foods, like bananas. I'll always have a smoothie of banana, celery, almond milk, and berries every day as well. It's a protein powder.
Do you think that any foods trigger pain? Like, because
Chili?
they always say
Chinese segue.
Well, yeah. Well, they always say like that. There's because I've read like it. People think it can be coffee or chocolate, but do you think is that?
Every time, but when I'm coming up to my period, all I want to do is eat spicy food.
Okay.
And I always wonder if that's some kind of like my body trying to get out. But then the other day I had a really horrible time where I made a poached egg and tried to find my cayenne pepper and I'd run out. So I used Stu's cayenne pepper and it's quite old. So like a whole came out.
Oh no, I hate when that.
Ate it all. And then later on in the afternoon I had to lie down because I felt really poorly. And I was really poorly. Like 5 times really poorly. And then I was like, what have I possibly eaten? So I checked the cayenne pepper.
It went out of date when I last had a successful Edinburgh show, which was 2018.
Older than that.
No. How old?
It was 14 years out of date.
2010.
I think it was
11.
there before Stu moved into the flat.
Oh, right.
And
it was
the
just
person who owned
there.
it was a murderer. And I don't know.
Yeah. Also, it was one of Stu's props from one of his films. So he'd written DMT all over it. So he's like, I'm surprised you even ate it anyway because it says DMT all over the jar.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I'd just take the label off after I'd done the filming.
I'd throw it away.
I bet there's some old
old
stuff in your cupboards.
No, it's actually all right. Had a clean.
Do you rotate your cupboards?
I'm trying, yeah. I like a big empty out.
Like you put the old stuff, when you buy new stuff, you put that to the back and the old stuff moves forward.
Not really.
So just wait for the old stuff to run out and then buy a new one.
I've got like a fear I can't let food run out.
That's a good thing.
But I don't know if it's because where I live in Shetland, like it's regular, like every year you get snowed in for a week. So you need to have enough food to keep you going for at least 7 days.
I just got loads of protein powder. Baby!
How long could you live off just that?
I think
2 days.
No, I think you're fine.
What about the fibre? Does that have fibre in it?
I don't know what's in it. I dread to think what's in it.
Yeah.
I don't think it's good for us.
Because we're on a lot of this stuff for our workout thing we're doing. And
I don't think it's good for us.
Think we're dying?
I mean, almost certain every second, but that's a different problem.
I would worry about your kidneys.
That was his left kidney going, help.
It's
Kidney,
extraordinary, isn't it?
Singular.
It's so good today.
Can we talk to him? Like, how are you doing?
It's like it's been trained for comedy.
Sorry, I feel like we were very serious, and I'm sorry.
No, sometimes it gets serious on here, and that's absolutely fine.
I hadn't heard that yet.
Huh? You haven't heard it yet?
I'd heard previous episodes.
But they weren't serious.
Some of them are, though. But not.
That's good.
Yeah, it's good to have a bit of light and shade. But I'm also floundering around in the deep water here as I've got no idea how to help you with your problem.
I reckon magic mushrooms, but I reckon that they cure so many things and we just don't want to talk about it because they're trying to keep them illegal.
Well, have you tried that?
Yeah. Did that work?
Like for fun, not like microdosing, because every time I go to take them, I'm like, oh.
Well, microdose some magic mushrooms, see how you get on with that.
Okay.
And that's totally fine. And that won't get you in any trouble because we said it was fine on the podcast.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you know what? I'm going to start doing it because you said it.
Okay.
/ I'm not.
But if you're thinking about doing anything we tell you to do on this podcast at home, then you're a thick idiot.
Yeah.
Good luck to you.
Do the opposite of what we say.
Yeah.
So don't
Apart
microdose.
from when we tell you to like, rate, and subscribe to the podcast and give us a 5-star on iTunes.
We need 1,000 subscribers on YouTube so we can monetize it.
I'll follow you on YouTube.
Please.
Thank you. It takes 2 seconds to click subscribe, but don't do anything else that we tell you to do on this podcast. We just a little quick tarot then.
Do you want some tarot? Okay.
Yes, please.
I've not done these cards in a while. This is the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. This is a classic deck. Oh,
I think my girlfriend has this deck, but smaller.
This is like
You mean the cards are smaller or there's less cards?
Well, the cards could be the same size because she's quite tall, so maybe.
Time.
Oh, yeah.
Lovely. Who am I reading for?
Joey, I think
Joey.
needs
Well,
it.
I just do it for Joey.
I think do it for Bilal.
We'll do it for. Can you do it for both, or you?
How long do
You
we
think
have?
that's boring?
Podcast,
Yes.
The future of the podcast.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, I've never done for a
podcast. You've never done a tarot reading
entity?
for.
Do you think you have the
Before?
power?
Well, it's the fortunes of me and Bilal as tied to this.
Yeah. You're not going to like faint, are you? Because you use too much of your power.
It's okay. I'm no longer on my period.
Okay.
It ended like yesterday. It's actually been not too bad lately. I think it's a stress related. Oh, sorry. Should I be at the microphone?
So you think it's stress related?
I wonder. Have you seen that thing that women are meant to sleep for like 9 to 10 hours a night?
Yes, my girlfriend says that. And
Yeah.
I say,
I reckon if
I
we
say
did
we're
that,
having 4 hours and that's it.
our period would just be like 1 teaspoon of blood in one day. Oh, that's lovely.
See, I knew it was going to
That's
be
like
good.
you guys. Look at it. It's the one who's working hard, the fool, and the coming together.
Which one's
Wow.
which?
Well, let's
You
have
know,
a
it's
little look.
interesting because I think you work harder than me, but it doesn't show. You know what I mean?
It's the hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
And-
the
and
hat
wig.
gives you such a casual. Is it a wig?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. I'm at Terry Nutkin under here.
It's very realistic. No, it's not a
It's
wig.
not a wig. It's a
I
real
seen you
boy.
in Edinburgh. We were talking about that before.
Oh, yeah. You reckon you saw my Edinburgh show?
But I can't remember which year. Like it might be like
It's a very easy way to sort this. What was it? What?
12 or 13.
Okay,
She
so
doesn't
there's-
remember the show.
Is
Okay,
was
don't.
were you ever in
Where's
Cab
the vid-
Fall?
No.
That's a venue, Cabaret Voltaire, if you don't.
No.
Where were you?
Just to bring you in.
I just feel like I came to see you somewhere.
Caves.
Caves?
Oh,
Queen of Cups.
She was in the caves.
She is someone who's mastering their emotional relationships.
Thank you.
It's not you, mate.
You keep everything hidden in a cupboard like a secret.
It was.
Don't talk about
wait a
my
minute.
cupboard.
Did you have a year when you? Oh, I'm scared. This is another comment.
Please.
I love it.
Did you do a thing where you held up a sign to apologize to your partner?
Well, that wasn't in a show.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't your show.
That was a thing that he did because he had to.
Yes, it was the year before that.
Right. Okay.
That's when I saw you.
Probably my first ever one or second.
Can you remember what that was about?
What, the sign or the show?
No, the show. I'm sorry.
talk
Did I bring up? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. That's fine.
My dad who watches this every week is just going to reopen the case.
I think that because I think I followed you after watching it at the Fringe, and then I saw that happen.
And then you're like, no, this guy's a dickhead.
This guy's a scum.
No, it's just I remember that happened. But I think I saw the show the year before that.
Well,
did you used to wear other kind of hat?
Yeah,
a trilby.
Yeah.
I did see you at
It looks
Fringe.
like you're being psychic. The way you're just like.
It's me just trying to remember
you
my
used
own.
to wear a different hat as you're shuffling.
My own memories. Did you used to be?
Anyway, good show.
It's been brilliant.
So,
yeah. Oh, your show was it?
So we'll do what helps, what hinders, and what's yet to be revealed for this podcast.
Oh, great.
This is fantastic.
This is fantastic.
This is a finale.
This is a finale. It could be the last one, actually.
Oh.
This could be the finale.
Imagine it was just like the cancelled card. There is no cancelled card.
I 100% reckon I could get this podcast cancelled.
No.
If he could.
I'm sorry I didn't come up with a more humorous problem.
No, that's okay.
I wanted to talk about
bring
that.
a problem.
Yeah, that was my fault. I did tell you upstairs.
He did say he did pull me aside and he said, Joe, just let you know today there's going to be quite a serious bit.
Oh, I did say we are going to talk about that.
Yeah. I talk about my wife's problems again. I say she's not your wife, she's your girlfriend.
She's my wife.
So what I need you to do is split this deck.
It was at my wedding, wasn't it?
Into 3.
Why wasn't you at his wedding in Shetland?
I weren't at your wedding. I weren't at your wedding. I'm sorry. No,
you lived in Shetland.
You invited me to your engagement party.
Oh
yeah, there you go.
To the wedding.
No.
Well, because you didn't come to the engagement party.
That's not how it works.
Yes, it is. It was in my case.
A tiered system. Split that into 3, please.
You don't qualify. It's not like the World Cup. You don't qualify by going to the engagement party.
No. Perfect. Thank you.
That's 2, right?
Helps. Yeah,
Don't
just
touch
one
it.
more.
You're not
one
allowed
more.
to touch it.
He's allowed to touch
that's
it.
what we're doing.
Jeez Louise. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see what happens
Cards
here.
are powerful tonight.
This is very
Cards are
confusing.
powerful tonight.
So this is what helps you. My brain's going to implode. What helps you? Oh, the 3 of Wands. So this is a man who has been doing planning.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have, yeah.
And he's he's literally watching his ship sailing back and again.
Oh. The
So-
toucans are coming home to roost.
But it's reversed for you, which can often have a slight change in the meaning.
Oh, yeah. That means the opposite, right?
But it's what helps you. Let's keep going then and see what pops up overall. What hinders you? What hinders you is the juggle of other things that get in the way.
Yeah.
Like the
Word.
commitments you have that are getting often like you're feeling like you're doing too much and you want to have more time for the podcast, but you have to balance other things as well. So there's probably
Absolutely.
other commitments you want to do. And
100%.
That's every comedian though, right? Too much on.
this card is the most common card because this card can also be a money worry card as well. Because it's like,
Oh, I got that.
I
money.
haven't got that.
You haven't got that.
No, yeah.
He did an advert where he played a worm, so he's all right.
Did you like a salt lamp?
No, I did.
Crawl around my house.
I did crawl around your house, but I didn't like a salt one.
I always get this card because I'm always struggling for money. And what's yet to be revealed? Oh, the 5 of Swords.
Upside down 5 of Swords.
That is a victory, but at a cost.
Oh, damn.
But it's upside down.
It's upside down. So I wonder if it's an internal struggle because swords represent air, which represents thoughts. And like thoughts, a sword can either serve you and protect you, or it can cut you wielded incorrectly.
Oh.
So let's have a look because there's another card that'll shine a meaning on each of these for us. So if that is the upper card, the conscious card, this is the subconscious. Oh, it's come back again, the Fool.
He's back.
So I say that
It's a little dog there.
what will help you is taking that leap of faith into this thing you're thinking of planning. Is there something that you want to add on to this, or that you are like going to launch?
Live episode.
You need to do the live episode.
Okay.
Which we're doing when? We don't
have it date. Yeah.
I think that you need to plan it and take that leap of faith with it.
What's the little dog saying there?
The little dog, a little dog is usually, it's quite like, because it's white, it's about like I think that means that it's like honest, or it's like.
But it's upside down, so it's dishonest. A dishonest little dog.
I think like the sun is rising there and the sun is in that bottom corner. I think it's about you taking that leap of faith and continuing the plans you had for this podcast. But the planning is, I think the reason it's upside down is because you're quite hindered with these other things on your mind. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Which that's like.
The hand of.
Is there something else coming in that's distracting you guys from this podcast?
Oh, loads.
Everything.
Yeah.
That kind of makes sense. That's life, isn't it?
ADHD.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
Well, what is yet to be revealed? Oh, I like the Hanged Man.
But he's dead.
No, he's not dead.
No, it's a good pub, that. The Hanged Man.
It's, if you see, he's being hung by his foot.
Oh, good.
And it's not a capital punishment. It's a torture. And what it is that
That's worse, isn't it?
It's fine because it's
start punching Bilal.
It's about taking some time, because basically he's found that he has no control over this situation. But in accepting that, you see this like halo of like realization and like calm. So it's actually about letting sometimes things happen in life that you don't have control over, and that's fine. You just focus on what you can have control over. So in this, I think it's that.
It's about my girlfriend leaving me for you.
Yeah.
I think that this person, what's yet to be revealed for you, is you're going to have a bit of like, to kind of fight for your cause, and maybe other things turn away or other opportunities turn away because of that.
Like
but you don't have control over those people and those things. They're going to make their choice anyway. So you just stick on with what you wanted to do for this podcast. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Don't try and get the idiot fans.
What were you going to do?
Stop.
Not.
He's always got ideas for getting idiot fans.
I mean, I took my top off on the podcast
Took
last
his
week.
top off.
I used to do thirst traps every time I got to 10,000 new followers, and I forgot to do my one for the 50,000. And then so many people messaged really creepy messages like, when are you going to do the picture? That I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do it anymore. Because that's not the audience I want. But you can have them.
He's too shy to take his top off.
I'll take my trousers off.
Oh yeah, you take your trousers off, you take your top off, and
yeah.
just like make it one naked person.
Yeah. Spliced together. So hang on. So we basically just got to keep doing what we're doing. Is that what this is? Is that what this says?
You commit to that plan you've been thinking of. You take that leap of faith. Unless it's reverse, which means don't do that. That's a mad idea. And that will help you not doing it.
Okay.
Sometimes it's confusing.
So either do it or don't do it.
But whatever you do, you're doing too much.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you not feel you're doing too much?
All the time.
Right? Isn't that just our work?
Modern life, baby.
Because I was on tour like the whole match, and then
it's exhausting, isn't it?
Yeah, and then April I was on because I freaked out because I only had like 3 gigs lined up for April. Freaked out, and then ended up getting 20 last minute, but they're all pretty much in the first 2 weeks. And then 2 days, yesterday I had my first day when I didn't need to drive between Scotland and England, and I didn't have a gig. I felt so guilty for doing nothing.
It's important as a self-employed person to take some time.
It's hard.
How long have you been going?
I properly tried to do comedy full time from like April 22.
Right.
I started before lockdown, but I was just like, that was
well,
me.
It
like,
kind of doesn't count, right? Because you started and then lockdown happened.
Well,
so
I was going to make my first month of money from stand-up in March 2020 because I was like, wow, I'm getting paid gigs for the first time, and then lockdown.
Right, yeah.
But as someone who's been doing it for like 20 years this year, it's taken me a long time to be like, you just got to have some time off. And the best way to do that is to just like basically put in your diary and be like, I'm not doing anything that day. And if a really good job comes in, then you just move it to a secondary day. But you're like, I'm having the day off. I'm not even going to think about work. 'Cause you need to turn your brain off so that it can come up with stuff.
Do you give yourself days off the equivalent of a weekend if you were working in an office?
I don't normally do anything on a Sunday, really.
Do you have like 2 days off a week or just one?
I probably more take like I'll be doing stuff on a Monday, but like I won't. If there's something I want to do, I'll do it on the Monday. Like if I want to meet a mate or whatever, so I'll be like Sunday, Monday, and then if a gig was to come up, I'll move it. But you do have to take some time off, otherwise you go mad. And it's like you've earned that time off. You've got to have holidays, otherwise you get burnt out.
I don't
Look
have
at this
any.
poor
I
cunt.
don't have any time off.
Do you know?
No.
Do you just stream every time you've got time off?
Exactly. Yeah.
And look at the state of him.
Look at the state of me.
Nice jacket though. Do you get
Thank
that
you
from
very much.
streaming? Is that streaming money jacket?
The
Yes.
wife got it off of Vinted.
With his streaming money.
With
Yeah,
my
I find it
streaming money.
so hard to take time off. And then today I realised I hadn't sent invoices out in a week. So I'd been working, but then hadn't had time to do admin. So I was like, oh, am I living out my savings? And I've been working nonstop. Like, oh, because I'm not sending an invoice.
Yeah, but then when you get it, it's like a great big lump.
Yeah. And then it just goes back to rent.
Yeah. All gets spent on cayenne pepper.
It will now because I need to buy some new stuff because I
Okay.
can't keep eating the old stuff.
No, don't.
Have you got anything that you want to plug here on the podcast?
Oh, yeah.
Right. Yeah, I do
Yeah,
actually.
what is it?
I have a special online
Oh.
called Marge. I can't
Marriage.
touch this tablecloth. It freaks me out. I've got a special called Marge that's online on YouTube. You can watch it. It's free.
Brilliant.
And also, I'm doing the Edinburgh Fringe this year with the end of the trilogy called Lane. See what I did there? Marge was the first one.
Ma.
Sure. Lane.
Cool.
So
So
yeah.
what was the, hang on, what's the middle one called?
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Lovely.
Is
that
that
the
was
one I
close.
saw?
Yeah, that's the blood one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Marge was about the mind, O was about the body, and Lane's about the soul.
Ah.
So I'm just finishing the trilogy this year at the Fringe.
And how much of the one have you written about the soul?
It's kind of there.
Yeah.
It
Well,
needs a lot of
you're
work.
welcome.
Can you tell us any fun facts that you've worked out about the soul?
Well, the
doing your
more I
show?
write the show, the more I think that there's actually 4 elements that make a person, but we're just going to skip over that because I think it's mind, body, soul, and spirit.
Uh-huh.
I think the soul is who you are deep down under your ego that observes all the things of the mind and the thoughts of other people. And the spirit is what is ever connected to the greater subconscious. Like an easy way to illustrate it would be like mushrooms, fungal networks. I think the spirit is some kind of spirit network of everything that's alive. Whereas
I don't know if I've got a good soul.
No, yours is from hell.
what would you describe the soul as actually?
I think mine's quite judgmental.
But what would you think the soul is as a thing?
His is
What
like-
a soul?
His is like a rotten apple.
No.
Yeah. With maggots.
That's the first time you genuinely actually offended me on this podcast.
Do you believe in the soul?
Yeah.
What do you think it is?
I don't know. I can't really explain. It's your thing that isn't in your body.
It's your aura.
Aura?
I don't know. That's different.
What do you think?
Yeah, you've written the show about it. You tell us.
Yeah,
I
you
don't.
do
Well,
it.
no, I don't know. Like, because what I was thinking from the show is that you can't. I think we're so obsessed with what the next life is that we forget about living in this life. Sometimes, when you think about being good, we think about often being good because that'll get us into paradise. So I'm just like, I think that whatever the soul is, the most important thing is like the journey we make on this plane of existence.
Up the mountain.
Miley Cyrus is the climb.
Miley Cyrus.
Climb.
It's so hard not to be that song on my show. It'd be nice. Are you doing the Fringe this year?
No.
Are you? Wow, how much more peaceful do you feel?
Oh, I mean, I haven't done it for ages and I absolutely love it.
The cost of it is like, doesn't seem worth it for me right now, you know?
I think what's going to happen is it's going to become a 2-week festival in the sense that the first 2 weeks is all going to be work in progresses and the second 2 weeks is all going to be shows.
People trying to win the award.
Yeah. And I think that's what we're just going to see comedians doing either the first or second half, and that's going to be what the future is.
That's rubbish.
So I can
Oh.
just afford it because I've got Shetlanders who I can stay with for mates rates.
Exactly. Right. I don't have any mates there.
I know some worms.
Yeah.
Just take a salt lamp.
Well, in your new show, you're welcome to use Toucan Play at that game as the closing.
Yeah.
Should I
line.
put it in the show?
Yeah, somehow.
I could do a
It
segment
sounds
on
really
animals I've
interesting, though. Are you
seen.
doing any, for anyone that basically is too lazy to travel to Edinburgh like me, are you going to do any work in progresses of it in London?
Yes.
Or around the UK.
Yeah, but
I
I'm in
do.
London.
I can't even
I'm not asking for
remember.
these people. I'm asking for me.
When am I doing them? It's in my calendar.
You got Psyduck there.
And Caterpie.
Caterpie. Yeah, yeah.
It's like the worm of the Pokemon world. Because is there a worm? Apart from Onyx, he's
Sorry,
like a
guys,
stone
I don't
worm.
know what these guys are talking about either.
I have a work in progress.
Onyx isn't a worm.
In London.
It's made of rocks.
25th of June in the Bill Murray, I've got a work in progress.
There we go.
And I've got another one
Great.
in ABC Comedy. Or is it AB Comedy? Because it's always B Comedy, not always BC Comedy.
I think it's always been.
Always be comedy. Always be ignoring my emails, so I don't know.
There you go. Very nice. Very nice. Bit of banter.
So I've got a preview, I think, in June and then in
and
July
you'll
in
probably
London.
get more.
Yes.
Yeah,
Be
but that's
more.
good
So
if-
make sure to follow Marjolien on social medias.
Especially if you want to find out about the soul.
What's your handle?
I think it's my name.
Right.
It says like Marjolien.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
I
for
hope this was
We'll
okay.
put a tag
I
to that
want to
in it.
apologize to you two. And
We're
I don't know
gonna edit.
why.
It's gonna need a lot of editing.
Can
The
I just say you a
episode-
little secret? We never edit any episodes, but today will be the first time.
Suffice to say,
It'll be about sort of 6 minutes, or it might just be a reel, sped up,
Yeah.
with that anxiety song in the back. You know that one that they keep using.
and that's why I'm banned from that restaurant and can't go back there.
There you go.
So now it's going to make it look like you've edited it and it's been a bad cut.
So you can
think
play
that-
that game.
It's been. People are gonna love this episode.
Are they?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's been really funny.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming on. No,
I'm sorry
been
about the
great.
stain on my shirt.
That's okay.
I don't think you need to alert people to that.
Mm.
Okay.
Thank you, everyone.
It's not blood.
What's spaghetti bolognese?
Oh yeah, what's the secret to a good bolognese? Just quickly before we go.
Cheeky bit of ketchup.
Okay.
Okay. Well, thank you for joining.
My
us,
answer's
everyone.
Bovril. Okay. Not Bovril, Marmite.
Mm.
Marmite.
It makes it more, gives it a more meaty depth to it,
I used to like.
and some instant coffee.
There's a special meat called sassermit in Shetland, and I use that. It's very
What is it?
like clatchy, thick, juicy meat.
Puffin meat.
What is it from?
It's from a cow, but
Oh,
it's
okay.
like just different to your regular mince.
Oh, right.
Let's get up there, get some of that, do a gig, and then go to all the Chinese restaurants.
That's a good plan. I'll
Yeah.
push him off a cliff.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.
See you next time.
week.
Bye.